Hello guys. Today I'm in creative mode because I've been trying to get on the Corrales fan server. So I applied a few days ago with some builds I had built before in my survival worlds, and they said that it wasn't big enough pretty much. So I decided to take it up a notch. So I've been working the past few days on a mansion in a medieval style. It was the past 3 to 4 days, so that's why I haven't posted a let's play yet. Oh, I'm stuck. So yeah, this is the house. It's not 100% done. There are still some outside walls that need to be taken care of, like this. Here's a wall beneath. These walls have to be fixed up. And a lot of the interior doesn't have furniture and stuff. It's pretty boring on the inside, on the first floor at least. So I'll show you the inside. So when you come in, you have this huge hall. They asked for detail, so I tried to bring in some different materials, some different blocks to spice things up. Over here, this is one of the rooms that just isn't done. It's also very small. I'm thinking maybe I should put some doors here and make this like a bedroom for a maid, or maybe like a toilet, but it has this huge open window, so I don't know how well that would work, but we'll see. To the left there is the garden entrance with a little roof, and the roof is actually a veranda, a terrace. I don't know if veranda is a English word, but whatever, terrace. So yeah, in here this is like a side hall that is all boring, but it's kind of tight in here. Maybe I should tear out this wall and make it like a living room, but then you'd have a living room right next to the outside. Again, this is one of the entrances. It has two main entrances, one over there. I should say one main entrance over there. And this was supposed to maybe link up to stables, where we keep the horses, and for 1.6 that is, and maybe like a chariot to transport us. Remember, this is medieval, so we don't have cars or bikes. So yeah, when we come back in here to the main hall, I'll show you this first. This leads to some small room. This is actually the little house you see in front of the castle, in front of the mansion. I could make that a personal room for a maid or something. When we come over here, this is another empty hall, and I think I'm gonna patch this up because this room is not really usable. As you see, this is 4. Oh, I could use it actually. I could use it, but we'll see, because this is directly to the outside. So that makes it kind of difficult. When we come back to the hall, there's this staircase that leads up. So when we follow it right first, this part is a little smaller. You'll come in here. This is kind of dark and gloomy. It's kind of meant to be like that, but it's on the second floor, which is kind of unfortunate. If it was all on the second or on the first floor, that would kind of match. But this is like a storage area of all my valuables. Then you come over here. Here's a small room for a maid or housekeeper or whatever. Then in here, I was thinking maybe make a bell, like a church bell that would ring. But I should really then make a clock in here, and I don't know how yet. But I'll mess around with it. Then you can follow this walkway, which will look over the hall onto the veranda with a view of the garden and the landscape around. And from this little room over here, you can also see the hall a little bit. It's kind of symmetrical, the inside. I tried to make it symmetrical, but it was very hard. You see, this is all symmetrical because it was built in the first stages. But the outside isn't, so that made it very hard to work with the walls. For example, I'll show you, no clip. When we go through this wall, you'll see the outside. So this cannot no longer be decorated in any way. If I tried to do something like this over here, you'd see like the wooden stairs or the dispensers sticking out, which is not what I want. So that's kind of a problem. But I was thinking maybe make a pond with a big tree that will cover this part, so I won't have to worry about it. Because yeah, I've had some issues earlier because I made the interior of the second floor, of the third floor actually. I already made it, and then the walls came, and then I was starting to think about the roof. And the roof was one short here, so I had to improvise over here, and I also had to think of something on this side, so I just made it like a trench for water. So yeah, that's not really as neat as I would have wanted it to be. But yeah, nothing I can do about that. This is some more halls. I kind of like it. It's empty, but it gives a sense of space, even with the windows being wide open as they are now. You can see the glass roof, like the cylinder. Before it was like a dome, round on all sides. But I wanted to bring it out further, and so I made it a cylinder, a half cylinder. So that worked out nice. It looks kind of realistic too. Then over here, this is like a relaxing area with some diving boards, a big pool, a hot tub, and again, this is symmetrical. That's what I tried to create. That's the outside again. So yeah, over here, this is just decoration. Otherwise, this wall would have been just empty. And I think this is one of those walls that, yeah, it's just to the outside. So there's nothing I can do here, really. This is like a living quarter, and I wanted the inside to be like modern. So this is representing a laptop, some curved couches, because they didn't have it in the Middle Ages, in the medieval times. So yeah, I wanted it to look kind of modern on the inside with the interior. This is a bedroom for me, the house owner, but it isn't done. You see, there has to be furniture added, but I don't have that much experience with furniture. So yeah, I'm hoping that when I get accepted on the server, someone will help me with the furniture, and maybe I can put this entire building on the server and continue it there, because I want to make like a village surrounding it. These are some walls within the roof, some rooms within the roof that still have a lot of potential. Right now they're of course empty, because in the first place I don't have anything to fill this with. Yeah, this is kind of the same theme as I have down in the hall, like over here and right there. It's all the same theme. And over here you can come towards another terrace-like place, covered when it's raining. So yeah, I'll just give you another look of the outside. I don't see these blocks used nearly enough. They add a whole lot of detail in my opinion, and it also shows, just like using these blocks, but these are very commonly used. It also shows you put time in it. Uh, you really try to make like the hard parts work, because if I'd show you, otherwise it would have been just like this. And if you have it like 4 of those next to each other, that would look very boring and empty. So yeah, I think this is a very good solution to spice things up. So yeah, I'm very satisfied. I was thinking maybe make when stables would be here, maybe make like a pathway that would link up with that, and then expand this garden over here, and then make like a nice arch. Um, but maybe I'll do that on the server, not right now. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Also some other stuff. I promised in my survival world that I would build a fully automatic XP farm the next episode. Well, I'm getting kind of bored of survival. Well, not bored, it's just that I'm not inspired, because I've started it, but then my audio wasn't recorded. I had some problems with my recording, so I had to do it all over again, and then it again wasn't recorded, so I don't know what the problem was, but it's working now. So yeah, that's pretty much done. I can show it, but we'll see. I think I wanna start a series on a hardcore death band server, because that adds a little more tension to the game, and then we can hunt some people down and terrorize the server. It's not my server. I'll just join a hardcore death band server. There are plenty around. So I think that's about it. Okay, so I kind of forgot to mention that I really like this texture pack. I've used it in that creative build, but I think stuff looks just so much better, because I looked at that creative build in the faithful texture pack that I used in episode 1, and it doesn't look nearly as impressive. So I'm thinking maybe I should bring this to the survival series. So let me know what you think. I really like this better. I'd have to change some of the roof because the birch has a weird texture. So I'd make it probably just oak wood. And right there, I think I'm gonna retexture nether brick because this is kind of weird. It's not normal brick. It kind of looks like some kind of cloth that is stitched together. But yeah, everything just looks so good, and it also has some CTM features that cause this stuff. You see this dirt in here instead of all the same stone, and there's some stuff with the dirt too. See here, there's little pieces of gravel within the dirt. This texture is kind of weird. It just seems messed up, but alright. So yeah, I really like this texture pack. Also, the flowers have different colors now. If you go up here, it's way more beautiful. Also, I like the color of grass. It's pretty much the same. It's just slightly more green and a little darker. I really like it. This is the start of a new house, by the way. So yes, I'm really thinking about it. The only weird thing, you can see it right there, maybe. I don't know if you can notice it in the video, but that's because I have the nip map settings, which will smooth things out that are far away, so we don't get that resonating feel. So stuff far away looks better. As with the trees, for example, if I turn it off, they'll look weird, pixely and stuff. But now it's looking good. So I really like that. Also, this is part of I've had this happen a lot. If I just walk around, it'll just fucking crash the chunks. I think it's because of single player commands that I used in the creative builds. I still have it in my jar file because it's not done, but I think it's messing up the game. I hope it's not harmful for the world. I don't know what actually can corrupt the world, but it annoys me definitely. So that's pretty much it. Just a quick status update, some future plans, and I'll see you guys in the next video then. Leave some suggestions, leave a comment, like, subscribe if you liked it. If I get accepted on the server, I'll do more builds like these. If not, I'd love to, but it's a little too time consuming for no one to see it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll see you next time. Bye.